What's up, everybody? Come on in, family. We got us another interesting topic to talk about. Short subject, though. Very short subject. Come on in the room, family. Give everybody a few minutes to come on in. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Come on in the room, family. Like, share, and subscribe. RBG Hebrew 2. You can find me on Instagram. Come on in, family. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Come on in. We give it a few more seconds and then we're going to go on into this. Shout out to Global Media. Shout out to Global Media. Shout out to Black News 102. Shout out to RBG Hebrew 2. Shout out to RBG TV. Come on in, family. We can talk about this real quick. Follow the leader. It's going to be real interesting. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Come on in, family. All right. I'm going to give it 30 more seconds, then we're going to kick the ball off. Who's that in the chat? I see somebody in the chat. Friend or foe? Oh, what's up, Aaron? I sent you a message on Messenger, brother. Hope you get back at me. Okay. Which Messenger? On Facebook? Because I'm not on Facebook no more, man. Those accounts on Facebook are dummy accounts, and I'm in Facebook jail on my actual account. Is that what you mean, or did you hit me with an email? I think I responded to. I'm not sure if that was you or not. You hit me with your email in the comment section. Is that you, brother? Okay, yeah, Facebook. Okay. Well, if it wasn't you that I emailed the other day, put your email in the comment section when I post the video, and I'll hit you on the email. Good enough? Is that cool, brother? Hit me with your email in the comment section. As soon as I post this up, we'll do. Right on. The shit's crazy. Yeah, man. Things are getting crazy, man. Getting crazy as hell. Niggas out here jumping out the window like crazy. But, I believe in the spirit of prophecy, so like I've been forecasting this for a while, And things like this often swell to a head and then pop and splat everywhere, There's got to be a time of disinfecting for the community cleanup and then moving on with a lesson learned. So, yeah, it's a lot of craziness going on in our community, brother. I talked to Izzy. I want him to talk to you about it. What is it? What? Just give me a clue of what it is, bro. Find a way to say it without saying it. Just give me a little idea what you're talking about. But yeah, it's a trip out here, man. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. All right. Well, let's go into the. I'll look for your email, fam. The topic. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell, so you'll get the alerts. But I put up a video just before this one to show you guys something. And I'm always, I'm a fan of practicality, family. Is that hold on, y'all. Brother Sarnetta, I'm on the live stream. What's up? Don't say nothing too much. Don't say too much.
The video is not up. The video you sent me, it said remove.
You got to go back. Go back and refresh your page because I put it back up. I just had I had to correct it.
Okay.
And I'm on live. Come check me out, man.
All right, brother.
All right, my brother. But yeah, that was Brother Sarnetta, man. I sent Sarnetta the video that I'm referencing right now. I need some more water. Man, I think about like 13, 14 bottles a day, 15 bottles a day. I don't know. But anyway, shout, peace, and black power to my brother Sarnetta, man. The video that we're talking about, Follow the Leader, we're referencing right now, it's right up under this video. So after the stream, y'all go and watch the video. Okay? Now, again, this one ain't going to be long, but we're going to get right at it, and we're going to point out the truth for you. Because I love my people, right? And if I love you, number one, I have to tell you the truth. If I have to be honest with you, and I have to point out the pitfalls. If I love you, right? As black people, if I love you and I don't tell you, listen, that direction, there's a pit down there and you're going to fall down and break your neck. Don't go down there. If I don't do that for you, then obviously I don't love and respect you. If you got a booger in your nose and I'm looking at you and I don't tell you, flick that out. That means that I don't love you. Right or wrong? Right on. Well, follow the leader, the title says. And we are in an epidemic of that shit on YouTube. Follow the leader. But let me tell you something. You should always qualify your leaders by what their life looks like. Oh, yes. You should never follow a person that has less than you or is able to produce less than you. Likewise, you shouldn't have friends that don't want anything, don't want nothing for themselves or you. You shouldn't bring those type of people around your children at all, much less into your cipher. But the epidemic of follow the leader. We'll reference Eddie Long. Eddie Long went out like Willie Lump Lump because he was a fallen false prophet full of pride and refused to repent. And so he went off the cliff and subsequently took thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of people with him, in a sense that their faith was shaken, that they're neither productive or destructive. They just in the middle like a deer in the headlights, confused. Follow the leader. Let's reference our dear old treacherous, wretched ass friend Izzy. Okay? The video before this one, it has a picture of Israel Doctrine with a shirt on with holes in it as big as, my 12 gauge don't make holes like that. And he's on the air as a leader of his so-called community. And he can't run away from saying that he's trying to lead people, because he's saying that what he teaches can compete with polite in the sense that nation building is the order of the day. And I'm saying, if your leader, number one, doesn't care about his appearance, how does that play out for you as relates to learning, as relates to having someone credible to follow? How many of y'all, and I know many of y'all came out of the church, many of y'all are still in a fake church. And I'm not saying all churches are fake. There are many that are filled with the power of God and honor our lineage, our ancestors, and honor nature also. There are thousands upon thousands, into the millions. But there are those brainwashing centers. You feel me? Many people that come out of those brainwashing centers will go broke at home and will follow a man that got everything and will give everything to that particular man. Now, there's nothing wrong with showing honor and giving honor where honor is due. But listen to me, track with me for a second. If you are poor, what you're doing giving to a rich man? That makes sense, right? That's foolish, right? You should not undertake on making a person richer when you're poor, unless you got to, like paying these light bills and shit. These white people that own those facilities, you got to pay that. But you don't have to go and just pour out your money to people that have more than you and that are not able to teach you how to become like them. I have a very close brother that I consider my pastor. He's a great brother. He's a very financial, stable brother. And the difference between him and the false prophet, watch this and then we're going to get on with the get on. The difference between him and the false prophet is he's willing to show you everything he knows. Guess what? Free of charge. Damn. And for all intents and purposes, that's a leader. That's the kind of person you should follow. You should seek to follow someone that has something, that can produce something, and that can put you on the right road to be productive, right? Well. Then we have the sick that are in the gutter of the conscious community. And I said in the gutter of the conscious community, because the sick in our community are the only ones that are following these false leaders, fake leaders that are neither responsible, have not produced anything in their own lives, neither have they even produced anything for their children's, in the sense that even they're even being an example. Like I said, we're pointing out the video before this one of a man that wants you to follow him. He begs you to follow him. He lies for you to follow him. He'll stick quarters up his nose for you to follow him. He'll get on the air at 4 a.m. without washing his face and honoring you enough to wash his face. Will come on the camera with a shirt on with holes in it bigger than my 12 gauge could ever make. His nipple out. And got a Bible in his hand. My goodness. The video that you heard before this one, or you will see before this one, is of a follower of Israel doctrine. These poverty pimps. You feel me? Not a poor righteous teacher, but a poverty pimp. Everybody he come in contact with, number one, he smears on them. Smears on them what? Ignorance, darkness, mental darkness, which is sin, enmity with God, the spirit of poverty. Oh yes, believe me when I tell you. And homosexuality. How many men you know over 40 years old that are not in league with a woman of some sort? Follow the leader. This guy has people following him. One of them looked like he shoots up heroin They call him Dollar. He looks like Gary Coleman on Oxycontin. Straight up. But this other guy, the one that we're going to bring the focus in on and light up his situation, we're not going to name him because that is the only thing that feeds these parasites when you name them. They watch. They watch from the bushes. They watch from the ditch. They watch from the swamp. They watch from the rafters. But when you give a parasite sustenance, then you give it place and room to breathe. So we're not going to call his name. We're only going to call him Izzy's follower. Izzy's bottom biatch. Well. Israel doctrine is impoverished, illiterate, ignorant, full of hell. I mean, jam-packed with demons. And this is what he produces. The boy on the video says, y'all, number one, he's living in a shelter. Y'all listen to me. Everybody goes through trying times in their lives, and everybody don't, have it good every day. Sometimes some people have to go to the shelter to get a hand up. But when you make it to the shelter, you should never be as ignorant enough to think that you're still in your right mind. Your decisions are right. You should never think that God put you there. There's some ignorant motherfuckers that will tell you, excuse my language, there's some ignorant motherfuckers that will tell you you're living in a homeless shelter because God wanted you there to minister to somebody else. No, I rebuke that in the name of the real Christ. You feel me? Poverty is not righteous. I don't care what you say. Poverty is not righteous, and even Christ himself was not poor. Neither was his mother. Hell, the wedding feast in Cana proved that his mother even had employment. She was a party planner. Aaron. These niggas want to be poor and they think that's godly. But Christ never said poverty was righteous. Christ simply said that his kingdom was of another world, right? But at the same time, he paid taxes. At the same time, his mother had a job. At the same time, his father had a job and he had a trade. How in the hell are y'all thinking that Christ could ever be poor?
Chicken, all right?
All right, bro. And make sure you close the door all the way, man. Israel Doctrine might try to sneak up in here and eat some of my food, man. This nigga eat out of cans and shit on the air, out of non-perishable cans. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to seem arrogant. But you can't be like that and be a leader. You smear poverty on our people, and they're just that dumb, some of them, and some of them can't help themselves because their diet won't allow them to think. Do y'all know how much fucking damage fluoride and aspartame does not only to your organs, but it do to your chemical makeup in your head? It will fuck you up. Killing me softly, you feel me? But Israel Doctrine smears all of this shit, this type of dysfunctionality, poverty, ignorance, illiteracy, homosexuality. Homosexuality. Israel Doctrine is a leader, and his followers have no women. Follow the leader. He produces what he is. None of his followers have a counterpart. None of his followers that are on his show that are men, especially, are whole men, because you can't be a whole man without a woman. You're without a woman, you're either a boy or a homosexual or a adulterer and a fornicator. Somebody that just don't want to have any structure to their life. So Israel doctrine loves poverty, ignorance, illiteracy, homosexuality, foolishness, bad hygiene. I'm telling you, my guns don't make holes as big as the holes in this dude's shirt he had on. Before the world, this is the second largest search engine on the internet, y'all. If you didn't know that, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. You feel me? What's happening, Warford? Working that 12-hour shift, man. Making that money. Make sure you take a good break, man. I know what the 12-hour shift's like. Sometimes they try to squeeze 13, 14 hours out of you. Make sure you get your break. Yeah. Don't let them work you to death, man. Yeah, we switch back. Yeah, right on. But yeah, man, make that money. Make that money, fam. Make that money. That's what I'm talking about right now. People that accept poverty and call that righteous. But I said, the personification of that which is holy on the earth in skin, Christ was not poor. He had a trade. His father had a trade. His mother had a job and had rich friends. 12 hours ain't no joke. What I missed? You missed a good bit, man, because I've been kind of going in today. Got a lot of time today, so I chose to make it productive and teach a little bit. So you scroll down these videos, you'll definitely enjoy, man. But poverty is not righteous. It's not righteous. From the beginning to the end of that Bible, okay, right on. From the beginning to the end of that book, it talks about the scourge that is poverty. Abraham wasn't poor. Lot wasn't poor. Isaac, Jacob weren't poor. Ishmael wasn't poor. Moses wasn't poor. Boaz wasn't poor. Ruth many of the prophets. I mean, come on. Who was that? Had the longest name in the Bible? His child. I think it was Isaiah. If you look this up, you'll find it true. I think Isaiah the prophet had the child with the longest name in the Bible. It's crazy. I don't know how to even pronounce it. I can read it in the Hebrew text, but I can't call it right out of my head. But you can't be poor having kids. Because if your family is not taken care of, as the Bible standard says, a bishop and a pastor and a man of God must rule his home well. If you got children, you must feed them. You can't be poor. And if you are poor for a time, the righteous thing would be to let your children stay with somebody that got something and not drag others into that wretched condition of poverty. But we got people that are called and not sent. I talked about that from the book of Isaiah. God called some of you niggas just like your mothers would call you out of the back room, down the street. She'd holler, "Is it real?" Or "Carl." Sorry. And the nigga hear you. And some of these fools do just like this, like a bad child. They hear their mama calling, and instead of going to the mama, they'll just start doing any and everything that they think their mom wants. But the parent at that point is calling you to come into their presence so that you can get instruction, a mandate, some power, and some sense. And that's how you ought to go out, especially if you're a leader. When God or the universe or nature or the ancestors or all of that calls you, it's not your job and duty to just run out on YouTube and fucking kill people with your foolish life and teaching them the way that you're taught and you live. When you get your calling, it is your duty to hone that craft and become successful in that before you teach it to somebody else. Or you become like the dude on that video, following Israel doctrine, but he lives in a shelter and is proud of it. And also, the worst part, what is that? Warford says, but did you hear about the blood moon eclipse? The scripture said, I heard about it since I was a very little boy reading about it. And the Bible talks about at the end, what will be the signs of the times. And it declares that not just the sons of Issachar, but it declares that the entire house of Israel must know the times. That means that we must look up and study the stars, that which is prime. We've been talking about the blood moon, these solar eclipse, lunar eclipses, cycles, moon cycles, solar cycles, lunar cycles, all together. The Hebrew calendar is a solar and a lunar calendar. Yes, Warford. But many people don't listen. We've been talking about this shit for a long time. We've been talking about the spirit of prophecy and the power behind it for a long time. But people don't fucking listen until they see it. Some listen. And that's why the scripture says that there is a select number, a select few that will receive the truth at any time, even in the end time. We've been saying it. We've been saying it. Anytime you have these repeated cycles, this blood moon cycle, man, you can expect something. And I mean, the United States, they have the news censored like a motherfucker over here. But if you look outside our country, you'll see what phase the world is really in. Oh, yes. They got these niggas over here fucked up with fluoride, and Israel doctrine thinks YouTube is the whole world. You feel me? Living in poverty. Letting life pass him by. And he's supposed to be a man of the Lord, and I guarantee you, he's not knowing the times. He's not like the sons of Issachar or anybody. This nigga is an ignorant false prophet. Now let's get back to this. And maybe I'll visit that astrology in the Bible. Yeah, maybe I will. Tides are said to rise and cause tsunami. Who knows? We had a mock tsunami, a baby tsunami out here about maybe a week ago. Oh, yes. And they ain't say shit to y'all about that on the news. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that? That there was like a small tsunami in California? They didn't say shit about that. But it happened. Yeah, man. And I'm trying to tell everybody, get righteous, man. Stop the motherfucking hate. Because what happens when the day you look up and you see what looks like the floor falling on top of the earth on fire? A gigantic motherfucking meteor or another planet bumping into this one. The Bible talks about the earth and the contents of it melting with fervent heat. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be because of the sun. KXXK. Biblical astrology. Let me show you something. Now, hold on one second, y'all. Watch this. Now, y'all done got me to talking about this, man. Y'all know I'm I'm an Israelite, and I'll get off the whole subject to talk about that Bible, man. Well, watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something that most people don't know. This right here, I don't really use this. I'll show you some of the type of Bibles I use, right? Warford. Right, this right here, this is a good one. The scriptures, right? This is like a real accurate Hebrew to English thing. But watch this. This Bible right here, most of the Hebrew Israelites in America use this 1611 King James Bible. Now, I'm not going to get on a tangent and talking about it and all of that stuff and pointing out flaws. But I will point out something to you that I bet you nobody in this chat knows. Let me ask the question and then I'll show you. Is there a calendar in this book, ladies and gentlemen? Do you guys know? Because in your regular King James Bible, it's not in there nowhere. It's in this one. The first slave Bible. They handed to us when we got here. Do you know what is in here as relates to if it has a calendar in here or not? Warfriend says not sure. Good answer. That's how wise people answer questions. If you're not sure, you say it. Anybody else? Just answer the question, and I'm going to show you something concerning astrology in this book. 1611 King James Bible. Do you, any one of you in the chat? Aaron says he's at a no. Good answer. Anybody in the chat? Do you know, one more time, let's get 3. What is in this Bible as relates to if there is a calendar in it or not? Come on, one more person. Just take a wild guess this time. Okay, we're going to take an educated guess. We're talking about a calendar. So what could I even be talking about that wouldn't be expected to be in this book? Well, got to get back to my patience check-in later. Come back, Warfare, because it's going to be a good one. You're going to want to hear this one. What's up with no light? I'm not talking about polite right now. I'm not talking about polite. I'm talking about the Bible. I'm asking a question as relates to astrology and prophecy. Then we're going to get back on the dirty nigga. Okay, there's the third answer. Question mark. He doesn't know. In the 1611 Bible, and that's, thank you for answering so we can move this along. In the 1611 Bible, and I'm going to show you guys so you don't think I'm lying. There is a calendar. And in that calendar is not only the sun positions to mark off times of prayer every day, but there is definitely 12 zodiac signs in this book. Now, people like to call, Christianity Masonic and all of this shit, but astrology is not necessarily Masonic. Masonry deals with astrology as a component of Masonry. But Masonry, at its base, is concerning building structures, mathematics, and geometry. Okay? So watch this. You're looking at this calendar. This is January. Do you see the zodiac sign for January? My hand's moving a little bit, but can you see it? Do you see the sun position in the morning and in the evening? Sun rise and falleth. It's all in Old English. You see how that shit looks there? Let me point to the Aquarius. Let me point to you so you can see it. It says Sol in Aquarius or Sol in Aquario, something like that. You get up real close. Where my fingers at? Let's bring it real up close right here. Go up real close. Do you see that? Sol in Aquarius. And it goes on every day, every month. Okay, I'll put it back up again. Let me see if I can get closer and get the light to it. All right. Where my finger is, it says, let's read it. Sol in Aquario. And then it has some, that old English is crazy, man. And that's really not even really old English, but it's close enough to being old. Look right here, all right? My finger. See where my finger is? Now I'm going to put it up close. Right here. These 3 little pieces. The first one at the top. Can you see that? Sol in Aquario. This is the month of January. The calendar from the 1611 King James Bible. Zodiac. Let's go to the next one. You got February, What's the zodiac for February, y'all? Pisces. Soul in Pisces. Can you see that? Very small print. Sunrise and fall position, morning and prayer, morning and evening prayer. And it goes on all the way out through December. How many tribes are there? How many tribes of Israel are there? How many zodiac signs are there? Well, I'm just saying. That's some homework for y'all to go check out that you didn't know was in the 1611 King James Bible. But we got false leaders that won't even show you that. These niggas will fuck your head up about the Bible and what they've been taught and have you around here ignorant. Won't even let you study the stars because they'll tell you that's the devil. But the Bible talks about, again, the sons of Issachar. God said that they were in knowledge of the times, studying the stars. Yes, 12 zodiac signs, 12 months. And there is something in between to catch it. That's a real caveat for y'all, but I'm not going to uncover that. Look, 13. The significance to that number 13 as relates to this is mind-numbing. But I'm not going to talk about it right now. No. I just wanted to show you that. That's in this Bible. 1611 King James. Now, let's get back on. Derail off of this track and move back to the other track. A people that is not a people. Or is that wrong? I'm not going to open that can of worms. Because I want to talk about that in depth. But it has to be talked about explaining astrology and history and biblical lineage. All three at once. They can't be talked about in a separate stream because it'd be seem like I'm talking crazy. New sign added a couple years back. Wow. Stop it, KXK. Just wait a minute. Now you I'm going to let you I'll have to let you come teach a class. Shit. I told you, man, I like you. I like your thought. I like that. But check this out. Right on. But again, follow the leader, the title, the video title. How can we follow leaders that have no potential and bear no fruit? I said the video before this one shows you a young man following Israel doctrine who lives in a shelter and is willing, you can smoke a conscious RBG cigarette. What's happening, Freddie? Chilling. I like your icon. Man, Rerun used to be getting down on what's happening, man. Still learning. We all are, KX. All of us. The intelligent of us. We never stop learning. But people like Israel Doctrine, guess what? I heard him say. I remember, I'm from the South, right? And I heard some of the old people down South say this. Whatever I know now, I'm going to go on to the grave believing what I believe now. God damn. That means they're closed off from the world. I don't want to learn nothing new. That's what they're saying. And this is what Israel Doctrine has said to us time and time again. This Negro even told us and his followers, poor people that follow him, told him he don't need dictionaries, encyclopedias, thesauruses, and study tools. Yeah, the real intelligent never stop learning. But this boy here has built a ceiling over his goddamn head. Pop, lock, and drop like a mother. Yo, man, that big old dude, Rerun, boy, that joker there used to be able to get down, family. Fred Berry. I mean, could get down, you hear me? But yeah, man, I'm going to close this one because it's time for me to get my goddamn clothes on and get the hell out of here. And if I don't, it's probably going to be a problem. Yeah, no bullshit. Fred Berry was awesome, man. But y'all go and check the video out before this and see that this young man even said that he would kill his child and his mama for the Bible and this shit on YouTube to follow Israel, y'all. Aaron, put it in that comment section. So when I post it, put it in the comment section so I can actually save it. I'll screenshot it and I'll send you that email. Yeah. And anybody else that, you want to keep a contact offline, put your emails in the comment section, and I contact people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like some of these other niggas that think they're, I don't know what the fuck some of these niggas think they are. But yeah, ain't no fool like an old fool. Old fool, old cool fool. I seen some of them too. Say he gonna go to the grave, believing what they believe now. Mike, you gonna make it to the awards. You know what, son? They ain't even told me the date yet, man. I don't even know when it is. But it's my plan definitely to go. Definitely. I was only on the screen on the Unity event because I was supposed to go, and just miscommunication about travel, fare and shit like that. So I wasn't able to come because I'm a musician and I was still a little bit busy too. But yeah, that's my plan. Sonetta has not given me the date. Have he said a date about it yet? I haven't seen a date. I don't be doing so much, man. And I got a lot of stuff in my mind about my music. So I be kind of messed up on dates of events and these lectures and stuff. Nah, no date, yep. So whenever he puts up a date in July, probably so. Because that'll be a good time, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to come to New York when it's cold, man. Holy shit, no. I was, I grew up in Detroit, so I know what's up. You feel me? I don't want to come and be in a blizzard, man. You know what I'm saying? New York, that's the real deal as far as the snow and all that, man. Detroit, Chicago, that damn wind in Chicago, and in New Orleans, Chicago, and it was snowing in Louisiana this year. Did y'all know that shit? We talking about tsunamis and all that. Snowing in Louisiana. We got mudslides out here and baby tsunamis and shit, fires and all kind of shit, rainstorms, and then the next day it'd be hot to the motherfucker, and then it dropped down to 20 degrees. Yes. That Bible is trying to tell you something. And if you got any sense, you, I can't get my cord out. If you got any sense, you better look up. And I ain't talking about look up at your ceiling and look up at Google. I'm talking about look up at the goddamn sky, family. Sometimes y'all just take your head out of life sometime and look up, man. Hell in the Middle East, you see? It's some stuff going on. And that's why I wanted to save that conversation we're talking about. I want to save it because it'll be more relevant if I could run down all three streams of thought that have to do with what we're talking about, the zodiac and astrology as relates to these matters of the Bible. So y'all don't let me forget about that, because that'll be a doozy. I'm gonna have to bring out my whiteboard for that one. So I say with this, y'all, listen to me. Everybody take this and hide this inside your heart. And make sure you tell your children this. Make sure you tell your children this. Don't follow the leader. That's not all. Watch this. Don't follow the leader. Become the leader. Peace and black power, y'all. Yes, the earth is dying, but it will be made new.